right, welcome back to Beers and Breakevens, heading into round 21. Bringing in my co-host, my 5'8", my one and only, Williams, Tim. How are you?
It's quite a nice intro.
It was. You got the Mr. Burns going on over there.
I do. You got the Burns.
Excellent. I like it.
Smithers, get the fools find the jade monkey before the next full moon. Smithers, we found the jade monkey. It was in your glove compartment. Excellent. Anyway, I'm good, better than my SuperCoach team. Do you like that?
I did. I enjoyed that.
It's one of my favourite Simpsons scores of all time.
Fuck if no one else enjoyed it. I did.
One of the all-time great Simpsons quotes.
Absolute cracker. Catmandu, how be thee?
I'm very well.
Show everyone your water bottle if you don't drown in it picking it up.
I actually can't show it yet because it's not come out yet.
Oh, LE limited edition.
Yeah. Actually, no, it comes out. No, I can't show it yet.
Okay, we get
Sorry,
it.
guys.
She's important.
Yeah.
We get it. Sweet.
I should have told you that before we started recording.
My water bottle. Don't want to show off, but
we actually do have a pump sponsorship.
You know.
Or we should, because there's about 7 bottles.
Okay, that felt targeted.
How are you, mate? All right?
Yeah, no one gives a fuck. No one gives a fuck to
I
ask.
don't even, actually.
That's all right, mate. That's all right, mate. I'm good. All going well. Very excited about another big episode, a huge episode, a huge week of SuperCoach. Plenty to dive into. Now, these jerseys, they are available in a week's time, the 30th of July. I've had a lot of you asking me this week, how much are they, what's going on? We have had a little change. They're still going live on the 30th of July. We had the idea of having like a top 30 squad, and we really like that idea, but I just had a look at price points and stuff this week, and to make 30 of them individualised, honestly, I didn't feel right, we didn't feel right, charging the amount we probably had to make a fist out of them. So we have made a decision. We are just going to have an unlimited amount of Grizzlies jerseys and Stallions jerseys. It is going to be a pre-sale. So you'll put your order in. It'll probably be about a 4-week wait or so, I would say, around about that mark. Then we'll get them out to you guys. They will be $79.95 each. So we just got under that $80 mark for each of them. And if you buy both of them, we'll give it to you for $150. So a little discount there for you guys. So $79.95. They will be going live next Wednesday. Next Wednesday, the 30th of July. We'll go at 6 p.m. next Wednesday. So they'll be going live, rugbyleagueguru.com.au. I'm glad we've opened it up to everyone, mate. It was getting a bit scary there, the numbers. It just felt a bit icky.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, mate. There's the opportunity to do like the top 30 concept. Fantastic.
Love the concept.
But two things screwed it, and a shock. We didn't rub our couple of brain cells together early enough. And basically, lots of people are keen on them, which is great.
Yeah.
We want to see as many as we can out there. We're shutting out potentially a lot of people for them if they all go to plan. But as you said, it was going to cost a heap more to only produce 30 jerseys. So able to drop the price on them, hopefully get more out there, and hopefully they're flooding Suncorp Stadium next Magic Round.
Yes, we'd love to see them at Magic Round, getting about, doing all those great things. So next Wednesday night on the 30th at 6 p.m, $79.95, the 3 options, Guru, Stallion, and then both of them. We'll give you more details as we get closer, and a warning next week, but cracker jerseys. Which one do you like more? If you were to take your Stallions hat off,
I've got the wide shot, by the way, so they can
which one do you find
them.
more appealing?
I am a blue man through and through. They're both unreal, mate, and I do really like yours, but for whatever reason, maybe it is my origins as a doggy supporter, but I'm a pale blue kind of guy. Sky blues.
I know I've said this before, and I know people don't care when I say it. It's plum. It's not maroon, okay? It's plum.
It definitely is more of a plum in real life.
It definitely is. And you can't say purple, I learned.
There is.
Have I told you that story? When I was going through my whole branding thing with Guru and I changed the colour as plum, and I sort of went, it looks kind of purple. And they were like, no, you can't say purple anywhere in like any design industries because Cadbury owns the colour purple and they will sue your ass. So it's plum.
Wow.
That would be the day Cadbury comes after Guru.
Apparently it's like a well-known thing in the industry that you can't call anything purple because Cadbury, big chocolate, will come and get you.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. Yeah.
But yeah, I can vouch for you, and I wouldn't let you do it. There's no maroon on it.
Thank you. Plum.
Or purple.
Or plum. You motherfucker. Okay. Now, Lontel, obviously major sponsors for season 2025, doing great things. I really miss having Matty the Waterboy up here because bloke's got internet now and they're flying and they're just killing it down there. We've had a few more people sign up over the last couple of weeks as well, which is really, really good to see. So if you are keen to jump on that internet, guys, did you get your cable or something put in the other day?
I did. New
Flying?
router.
Oh, talk to me.
Mate, I can't give away too much, but you think yours is quick? I'm like some test case and I'm flying right now.
Yeah, he's like mine at home mine here is killing it, and he's told me that I'm using about 30% of its capabilities.
I think I'm getting a hungy.
A scunjo.
Oh, yeah, mate. Mine
Stop
is,
it.
To be honest,
Raise the bat stuff.
To be honest, it was already that quick that I'm like, has anything changed? I'm like, how can you go quicker than quick?
Yeah, that's fast. That's
It's like Usain breaking his own world record.
Stop it. So, guys, that's down below. The link is in the description. Go and check it out if you want to jump on to Lontel. You get first week free. You don't have to sign up or anything. Check it out, how it goes at home. Make a decision off the back of that. Now, just a bit of a somber note as well. Good mate of the show, Tate, who we've spent a bit of time with over the years. He actually he sold like old rugby league things, like jerseys and stuff. I've actually got a heap in the studio. Kat's actually wearing one that Tate sold us the other day. One of my favourites. What is it, Kat? 1992.
It's 92 Ashes series.
Yeah, obviously with the Ashes coming up this year, it's a pretty cool one.
Really
Kat chucked
cool.
it on today. I've got a trench coat outside that includes the legs that David Gillespie had on a kangaroo tour. Some incredible things from Tate. And some really sad news last week that unfortunately Tate passed away late last week. So we just want to send our thoughts and prayers out to his family. Leaves behind a young child, a wife. So just thoughts and prayers with Tate. I think last time you would have seen him would have been at the Beers
Beers Food and Footy Festival, mate. And freaking awful news. Met him out at that a couple of years ago, I think it was, for the first time, and just a beautiful human being. As you said, family left behind, so terrible news, thoughts with all of them, and I think there's a way that we can help out a little bit.
Yeah, we've got a GoFundMe page, not that we've put together, but has been out there for a while. I think when I checked yesterday, there was about $30,000 in there. So really, really generous by the community. I know that there's also a few content creators out there who are auctioning off some jerseys and stuff, one of Tate's real passions, and that's going to the family as well. So keep an eye out for that. We'll give them a share on socials and whatnot. There is a link down below for the GoFundMe if you would like to help out there. Just a great guy. It was only I spoke to him last Wednesday. I think he used to send me a voice note every Wednesday, Arvo, or Thursday morning about his draft team that weekend and what his plays were going to be. And he's the only person I've really voice noted with. I'm not a big voice noter, so I'm going to miss that. But a champion fellow. Really going to miss him in the community. Tate, one of the very good guys, and I know for a fact, when Bloke in a Bar first started, he was one of the first guys to put it into his bottle shop and was always a big supporter. As you said, you met him at the Beer, Food and Footy Festival. From what I knew of Tate, if he probably had to put three things after his family, I think it would be those three things. Just an out-and-out genuine champion. So rest in peace, mate. Thoughts and prayers to his family. And guys, there is a GoFundMe link down below if you would like to help out there. All right, let's get stuck into the round 21 team list. Tuesday, 7:50 p.m. Thursday night out there at Allianz. We've got the Chooks taking on the Melbourne Storm. For the Roosters, Sandon Smith back in at 5'8". Hugo Savala is in the extended bench though. Ethan King comes into the centres with no Billy Smith. Siwa Wong returns at lock. We'll see if he plays lock or on the edge. Him and Fiketti could swap there. For the Melbourne Storm, still no sign of Ryan Pappenhausen. Cam Munster obviously not featuring this week, so Wishy will jump into the 5'8" role. And Nass obviously suspended for a couple of weeks. We'll hear from NRL Physio very soon, Timmy, but this Pappy thing, a bit wild.
Pain in the arse is what it is.
It is a pain in the arse, especially when you look like this and you didn't trade in Dylan Edwards last week. Real kick in the dick. Like, I don't know. I sort of thought, okay, if he's back this week, I'm feeling great. I've got him as a pod play, but I don't know. How many more weeks can we do this for?
0. Gone.
Going.
It's been gone.
Gone. Cat, give us a gone.
Gone.
Yeah, that's good. That's very good.
Was this 4 weeks on the trot now or something?
Yeah.
Obviously something's lingering there. Then comes back to a tough draw for the Storm. Does have, I think, the Eels in 2 weeks, which is a great matchup. But after that, it does get pretty tough. Does he goal kick? Like, you think every chance he may not. Does he even come back next week? So, mate, there's too many pressing trades. He was one of the reasons I didn't get Edwards last week. I wanted to potentially have Pappy when everyone's sold. And then there was also looking at Cleary this week and obviously the way it planned out. Mate, speaking of weeks in a row, it's about the 6th week in a row. We forgot our scores and how we went at the top of the show. So this is probably a good time.
I think we need to put that in the run sheet.
Yeah, we do. I can't know what. But good time to segue.
I'm going to do it now, actually.
Good way to segue as two people who did not own Dylan Edwards. How'd you go, mate?
Three people.
Three. That's good.
You two take it away. How'd you go, Timber?
Not great. 1,160 points. I dropped 770 spots to 2,600th overall. Rude, just not a good week. Obviously, there was the Edwards debacle. There was an injury to Britton Okora for a whopping 4 points. There was a Tino Fasua Malawi injury, another whopping 15 points. There's a Keon injury. I mean, everyone had Keon, so sort of in that one together. And then, Rude, just to really rub salt into the wounds, my little number 9, Harry Grant, darts over for a beautiful solo try, goes upstairs, and I say... Sorry, they went upstairs. I'm like, for what? There was no one near him. And Big Nas, elbowed the defender in the head and it was overturned with a penalty.
Yeah, have we got Nas's elbow out of Jake Simpkins' face yet or what?
How did he not get sent off for that?
You would have sent him off.
I would have sent him off.
Jesus, big call. Huge call. You're going to decide the outcome of the game?
Oh, my God.
Bit of rugby league.
I wish they did after that. But, so, mate, not a very good week for the Stallions. Captain Terrell May, and he got me out of a bit of jail on Sunday Arvo, but shit round.
So what would you score, sorry?
1160.
Yeah, you suck. Okay, I scored 1168. It was a triumphant round for the Grizzlies. We did take a bit of a punt on one JC. Unfortunately, scored, I think, 14 points in the second half, so that wasn't great. You took Terrell May, who, of course, played the full fucking 80 minutes, was setting up tries. Helped my draft team, so I'll wear it. But 1168 for me, I dropped down another 957 spots. I'll be honest with you, I don't think we got punished enough for what we missed out on, I thought.
Between Dill, who was highly owned and highly captained, throw the injuries on top of it, I thought it was going to be worse.
Especially you, considering you had Britton Nicola as well. You really didn't get punished that much.
Correct.
Yeah.
When it updated, I was like, okay, this could have been a lot worse.
So I'm now 9,285 rank. Our one advantage, Timbo, and we'll get to the trade queen very soon, is that we've still got 10 trades left. I'm not cheering on in injuries, but I'm not cheering on in. If they were to come, I won't be upset about
There's all these players that I owned went down. Lucas, Tino, Keon, Nickers, obviously a whole, but all this carnage ensued. The silver lining was it's exactly what we want to happen because we've got trades in the bank. So I'm like, that is a good thing.
Yeah.
Just wouldn't hate it to be someone who I don't own next time.
Yeah, exactly. Mandu, how'd you go on the weekend, mate?
My worst week ever.
Oh, really? Shit.
Yeah, I haven't put anything for you guys. I scored 958.
Oh, what?
I know.
What happened?
It's all for this one reason.
Captain.
I captained Tedesco.
Yeah, that'll do it.
What were
And he
reasons? 5,
scored
6, and 7?
37.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Oh,
Jaden Campbell only got 50 odd.
What else
What
happened?
else? You must have done. You must have fucked up
more
other
has happened.
shit. Well, what else did you do? Did you put
you have
reserves
Nikra?
on?
it was just a shambles.
You must have had Nickera, did you, and Tino?
Yep, both of those.
Did you have anyone else who got injured?
That's
nothing?
what you get for listening to Tim.
I said don't captain James Tedesco.
My problem is I haven't listened to anyone in about a month. Anyway,
Yeah,
I don't want to
tough
bore
going.
people, but
What are you ranked?
I don't even want to say.
Is heaps a
it's
number?
still 30,000.
Yeah, okay. I reckon we can get you into the 20s, maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm trying over here.
I'm
How
pulling
many
a
trades you got left?
13.
Fuck that.
I am pulling a Parramatta Eels and saying I'm just training for next year.
How many boosts you got left?
3.
Oh, Jesus, Kat. Sort your
She
shit
could
out.
beat you.
That's tough
All right,
going.
move on,
Okay,
move on.
back to TLT. What I'll say about Ryan Pappenhausen, we'll hear from the real expert very soon. But I'll tell you what, mate, it is alarming in a week that they lose Nas and Munster isn't playing, that he's not even on the team sheet. Big game against the Roosters. They're in 4th place. They need to start winning games of football.
Mate.
Very alarming.
My patience has run thin. And you know what? If he comes back and plays a week or two, kills it, kicks goals, I'll get him back. He costs bugger all. So we can do that with trades.
Yeah. I would just like to point out as well, it is one of the great murderings of a player of all time by me. It has just been
I've had some good ones.
Fucking train wreck.
I've had some good ones around Joey Manu, but as I said, at least with Manu, when I've destroyed him recent years, it's been an injury, you sell him, you move on, whatever it might be. Just it's 4 weeks on the trot of thinking he was going to play and then being out. So
lingerer.
This could be all time.
Yeah, it's right up there with them, and I apologise to no one. Cowboys, Dragons, 6 p.m. Friday from up there in North Queensland for the Cows. Robert Derby back on the sting, Burns on the wing, Purdue in the centres, Edwards at prop, Cotter on the edge, along with Bateman. For the Dragons, Max Fangai moves to the centre, Corey Allen on the wing. Just keep an eye on Halangahu on the extended. Hopefully he'll make a debut soon, but I hope for SuperCoach purposes, he makes his debut around 27. 26,
plays
27.
very few minutes and he's very cheap next year.
Because that's one that we need. Anything on that game, mate?
No.
Bronx, Eels, late game, Friday night for the Broncos. Payne Haas is back into the side for the Eels. Iongi obviously out for 4 weeks. I'm hearing it could be a little bit more than that, but we'll see. Joe Ash has been moved to fullback. Pensini returns into the centres. Hawkins at 5'8" over Dill Brown. Moses in the 7 and Simonson on the extended bench. So good to see Mitch Moses back in that side. Mate, I think at least with the Dill Brown thing, you now know he's not coming back into this side.
You talking about me from Suet's perspective?
Yeah.
I traded him to Tanner Boyd last week.
Sweet. Well, anyone that hasn't, I think it's a straight. Like, at least you know. Like, if he was named this week, it's like, oh, do I hold him or not? What do I do? You know he's not going to be in this side now. It's definite. You go straight to Tanner Boyd.
Yeah, definitely. And Moses back. Great for Zach Lomax on the right. Obviously, Iongi out with that ball playing your draft. I know. You had a win.
I'm also considering Moses in Classic, but we'll get to that.
Oh, let's move on.
You got to zog when others zag sometimes, mate. Warriors Titans, Saturday, 3 p.m. from Go Media for the Wars. CNK at fullback for the Titans. You've got Tino out of this side, so Jolliffe at prop, Cleese Haas in jersey 13. Anything you want to touch on that game, mate? Dave Fafita's also out of the side.
There's not, but there's also a 0% chance that you get Mitch Moses in Classic.
Why?
Do you want me to just put a dagger in your plans?
Yeah, do it.
So
he's got a good strength of schedule for the last 4 weeks or so. I'm a Lomax owner. You won't go near him. Seems fucking great so far. No, the next 2 or 3 weeks is tough from memory, but
it's not. Yeah, I guess there's 2 good weeks. He goes Broncos at Suncorp, which is not that bad. He goes up against the shit edge, to be fair.
Yep.
Storm in Sydney, Cowboys Sydney's a cracker. Rabbitohs, that's good. Roosters, give or take. Warriors in New Zealand, Knights. Yeah, you do you.
Thank you. Panthers Tigers 5:30 Saturday for the Panthers. Isaac Tungo returns in the centres. Brian To'o on the sting. Cleary returns at 7. Yo in the 13. As it stands right now, you got Isaiah Papali'i and Garner on the edges, but Liam Martin's on the extended, as is Alamotti, who could potentially come in for To'o. We'll see. For the Tigers, I mentioned on Team List Tuesday yesterday. I do apologise. I completely forgot that the guy coming in on the wing for the Tigers, formerly known as Isaac Thompson from South Sydney. I completely forgot about the name change. So he's back on the sting. Congratulations to him. Did you know he was at the West Tigers?
No.
I had no idea.
Didn't know he changed his name either.
Yeah, well, now someone pointed out in the comments, I remember it happening, but Seafarth is on the edge. Bird's gone back to the bench. Cleary, Yo, we're going to talk about them in the deep dive a little bit later. How are we feeling about Brian To'o?
I wanted him. Did you think I owned him or not?
Did I think you owned him?
Did you think that I owned To'o or not?
No, it would have taken courage to do that. So I was pretty confident you didn't own him.
I was keen on him, but just with everything, with injuries and all sorts of things playing out, it was just like I was happy to watch that injury. And yeah, I mean, he limped off the field. I'd be a little surprised if he played this week. Look, maybe he just copped a knock on the weekend, but look, he's been very willing to rest players this year. Ivan Cleary, it's a game that they should be winning comfortably, and you've got Alamotti there. So, yeah, you think he has a week off.
You'd think so, but
who knows?
Fuck knows. I wouldn't be betting
He'll
on
play
it.
and run for 400 metres.
Oh, yep. Rabbitohs Sharks, late game from Industry Group Stadium. Shout out to the palm trees. Big fan. Jai at fullback. Duncan and Tash remain in the centres. Dot at 7. Havili at 9. Aitken returns to the back row. Ward makes his debut coming off the bench. You would have seen him in the trials at the start of the year. Did some very good things. Congratulations to him. For the Sharkies, Ramian returns in the centres. Billy Burns toast on the edge. No Britton Nicola. Anything to talk about there, mate? Aitken back on the edge is good for the Grizzlies.
You know where Ashton Ward is from?
He came from the Dragons.
Do you know where he was born and played his juniors?
No, I don't.
Where do you reckon?
Kumar.
Is he a Helensburgh kid?
No. Dragons Junior. Where do they all come from?
I have no idea.
Gerringong.
Oh, he's a Gerringong kid too, is he?
I'm pretty sure. We had a mate of the show in studio pre-Playbook, and I'm sure he said it was Ashton Ward. But yeah, Gerringong boy. How about their production line of NRL talent is incredible, Gerringong.
I think it's a town. I think the sign says like 8,000 population or something like that. The amount of guys they bring in from there is just absolutely insane. In fact, the lady that we work with at the NRL who helps us with a lot of our things, she's from Gerringong as well, lives across the road from the caravan park that I stay at. It's a amazing little town.
Mick Cronin just dishing out the goods. I think it's Dylan Egan, Hamish Stewart, Ashton Ward, and maybe Hayden Buchanan. Potentially all Gerringong juniors. That's just at the Dragons.
Yeah.
Obviously, yeah, crazy. Anyway,
Jackson Ford. The Sims, it's an insane little place. Yeah. All right, let's move on to the Raiders v the Knights. This one's 2 p.m. from GIO Stadium. Simi Sasangi has been named in the centres. No Seb Chris, I think that's a HIA, and Noah Martin's on the bench as well. For the Knights, they all go from having diarrhea last week to having to go to Canberra. Life doesn't get much worse, does it, Timmy? Couldn't be much worse, right?
What a drive-by.
That shocked me
And I
too.
don't
Gastro into Canberra, thanks.
And I don't mean a drive-by down the Hume either. It's
I'd rather a flat
that's
tyre.
brutal. I mean, just going to lead in the column doesn't mean you need to get petty, mate. Jesus.
No, I'm actually happy for you to lead the comp. It's good.
Yeah.
And McEwen starting on the edge again.
Simi Sasangi at centre. Good news for Zach Hosking owners, including yours truly. Just with Hutto back and Sasangi playing great footy. Hosking played about 69 last week, but Matty Nicholson due back soon as well. Could start eating into a few minutes. He's still playing great footy, but with all the depth, it could be a 60 to 65 minute role, maybe a little bit less.
Well, he played a bit through the middle last week too, didn't he?
He did. So just for this week, if nothing else, looks like he'll play 80, minimum sort of 70, so good stuff.
Good to see. Nothing else with the Knights there. Doggies, Seagulls. Now, this one's 4:05 p.m. on Sunday. This one's actually at Allianz Stadium. It's the 30th anniversary of the 1995 Grand Final, the Jim Dimmick Cup over there. Bulldogs, Tuala's on the wing. Renakama drops out of the side. Hughes returns at prop. For the Seagulls, Olakawatu, big in for the Seagulls on the edge. Corey Waddell goes back to the bench. Anything you want to touch on in that game, mate?
Nah, not really, mate.
Renakama might not have been a bad little play this week, I imagine.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't think he's the worst player. I bought him a few weeks ago purely as a free up.
Have you got him?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Brought him for his debut. It was just a free up cash move because I didn't have many nuffs or anything on my team. I'm like, cool, if he stays in there, had a look at a few of his stats and he gets through plenty of work, runs a lot in a good team with a decent draw. And as it stands now, I mean, he's killed it his first 2 games.
Yep.
He's still only 1 injury. Look, I wouldn't look to play him anyway, but at the end of the season, he's only 1 injury away from coming back on the wing for the Doggies. So, look, if you're looking to free up cash, I still don't mind it as a play.
And I reckon as well, if Canterbury finished in that top 4, like you might find they might rest guys in the last week, and he might be around 27 number.
Yeah.
Yeah, nicely done, Timbo. That's not, mate. You made some very bang average moves this year. That one might not be one of them. And shout out to the Dolphins. They're on the bye, and fuck, they needed it. Okay,
they needed it, and so did I.
So bad. Yeah, tell me about it. All right, let's get a hold of the one and only Brian Seeney, the NRL Physio. Let's catch up with him. I'm very keen to hear some pappy chat.
I'm not.
Alrighty, friends, SuperCoach relevant injuries for this week. First one, Keon Kaloamatangi. He is out pretty much for the season, 6 to 8 weeks. I don't think South are going to bring him back for the last round of the year, so trade out for him, unfortunately. Tino, 4 weeks is what they're saying, 3 to 4 weeks, so probably a moderate grade MCL injury. I mean, look, the Titans are probably going to be spoon bowling it up around that time. Do the Titans really rush him back? If Des isn't still there, all those implications. So I think pretty safely at this time of the year. I mean, we're all running low on trades, but he's someone who I wouldn't be against trading out as well, unless you've got like a Lucas and a Keon. You probably trade them out before Tino. Paps, oh boy, the shenanigans around this. We're now at the 4th week out with what was originally called calf tightness. We now know it is a calf strain. The big thing with calves, we've talked about this in the past, is they typically, or they are well known for rehabs extending for longer than we'd like. So something that starts out as a 2-week injury all of a sudden becomes a 3, 4, 5-week injury because it just has lingering symptoms. Guys get to like 90%, they're like, oh, I'm pretty good, and they try and push that last little bit and they're like, oh, I've still got some tightness there, that kind of thing. So yeah, look, as we spoke about last week, I think you just bail on Paps at this point in time. He could be back next week, but then there's, doubts around the goal kicking, those kind of things. He could need another 2 or 3 weeks out because those symptoms keep lingering. So he's got that past injury history, the knee and the ankle that he fractured and those kind of things. So there could be some compensation mechanisms there. So I just think he's too valuable a piece. He's in too valuable a position, either in your fullback or your flex, to kind of hang on to him at this point. So bail. Worth mentioning, Dave Fafita, the official line from the Titans is that he re-aggravated his ankle injury and that's why he's out this week. So read into that what you will. Nathan Cleary, he's been named for this week. The gist that I get, and I mean, look, the mail out of Penrith can't be all that accurate at the best of times, but I have heard that the plan is for Edwards to kick this week unless Cleary shows some significant improvement. I just think overall, if it's not this week, it's surely got to be the week after for Cleary. It'd be kind of, what are we now, 6 weeks that he hasn't goal kicked. We haven't seen a half not goal kick for this long so far, so I don't know whether he keeps aggravating it, whether they're just happy with what Dylan Edwards is doing. But I'm happy. I've only got very few trades left, and I'm going to bring Cleary in this week. I just think the upside is huge, and he's bound to be goal kicking. I'm even giving him a chance to goal kick this weekend. So I'm going to bring him in this week. So not against that at all. But also he's got a pretty high break even, and there's a chance he doesn't goal kick. So if you want to wait around and see how he goes, I think that's fine too. Sort of on the fence with that one, which is always fun. Brighton Toto, he's been named despite the knee concern. I think he just got a knock to the knee right over the LCL that he hurt. So it would be more of concern if he stretched that ligament again, but he didn't. He just copped a knock to it. So it's just like, a cork on top of a cork kind of thing. It's going to hurt more because he's already got an injury there, but he hasn't necessarily re-injured it. So yeah, in terms of his output, Toto's an absolute menace. He got through 270 metres in Origin 3, even with this injury. So I'm not overly concerned with him workload-wise. Hamole Olokuatu, he's been named coming back from this shoulder dislocation. Look, the big thing here is the redislocation rate is high. It sits at around 50% globally. Now, that is globally in terms of, it doesn't mean he's a 50% risk this week of popping it out. It just means if he didn't have surgery, he'd be a 50% chance of popping it out at some time in the future. So in terms of his risk over the next 6 or 7 weeks, it is more than someone, say, like a Nathan Cleary or Jerome Luai in the past have played through these kind of shoulder dislocations, because Hamole is a forward. He's got to make more tackles, more runs, those kind of things, which is where he's more at risk. There's not really data to say specifically. I'd say my gut probably says he's at a 20 to 30% chance of redislocating it for the rest of the year. So it means, 1 in 3 he redislocates it, 2 in 3 he gets through fine. So whether that influences your trades at this point in time, I think second row is looking pretty grim with all these injuries. So potentially he does have enough upside to bring him in. But the way I have sort of been saying to approach it on the sponge is that I think if you trade him in, you have to have a trade in your pocket that is to trade him out. Like, I don't think I'd bring him in as one. Like, I've only got a few trades left. I'm not bringing in Hamole with one of my final trades because I just think the re-injury risk is too high compared to so many other guys who just don't have that hanging over their head. Ruben Garrick, he had a minor AC joint issue. I'm not really concerned about him. Iongi, he's out for at least 4 weeks with a broken hand, so all the changes at Para they're going to be about in place for about a month. And then just a whole bunch of concussion guys, Britton Nickera, Billy Smith, Mamazelis, Humphreys and Seb Chris, they're all concussions, so they're out for this week. I think that's about it. If you like the information like this, Magic Sponge Podcast, it is out every Sunday night, Monday morning. Check it out, and we'll talk next week.
All right. Ryan Pappenhausen sounds like he is a seller. I was sort of on the fence. He could have swayed me with a maybe back next week, but it sounds like to me he's selling Pappy down the river.
Yeah, and I mean, to his credit, I'm pretty sure he said last week as well, cut ties. There was too much going on. So, yeah, Paps was gone for me anyway. That confirms it.
He also told me to keep Keeney for 20 weeks. I won't forget.
And the other one was, there's a bit in there actually, but Nathan Cleary.
Yes.
Just reckons it's a bit odd about the goal kicking that he's had such a long period off. So he reckons, based on prior history of this, could be kicking as soon as this weekend. He did say, maybe they're just giving it to... It does make sense that they just give it to Edwards because Cleary's one of the best goal kickers in the world. So very soon though.
Yeah, we'll get to trades very soon, but I think you need to get Cleary this week. Depending on, obviously it depends on your team and injuries and all that sort of stuff, but I want him this week. Definitely. Yep. Shout out to Fizz, doing great things. Make sure you go and check out his podcast. It is a cracker. A rugby league week, 10 out of 10.
I don't give that out much.
Give them out easy, mate. You got to work
What would
pretty
rugby
hard.
league week have given Beers and Breakevens?
About a 3, I reckon.
They handed out some good threes though.
They do. There's some fucking good 3s out there. And some awful 2s. Now, Blue Wealth Property, obviously on board for another season. There's fucking properties going left, right, and centre. They're flying. You guys are just eating them up. It's been fantastic to see this season. Now, if you would like to get on for a discovery call, where you ring up Blue Wealth Property, they sit down and have a chat with you with one of the experts. They take you through all the options, everything. What I love about the discovery call, Timmy, there's no dumb questions. You and me, we're no stranger to dumb questions, but at Blue Wealth, it's just it's friends hugging friends. It's good to see.
It is, and what they do, mate, is they model, they forecast. They do, big words, hey.
Yeah,
I know the game.
Forecasting is better than 3 casting, Cut.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Wake up, you. I'm fucking shooting gold right now.
Not bad. Where was I? You've absolutely rattled me. Forecasting interest rates to fall as well towards the back end of the year, to continue to fall, I should say. Mate, the time is now to get in the market. And as you said, take the discovery call, find out where you're at, and you might have a new property in 6 months' time.
And they'll give you little nuggets of knowledge like this. You sit up straight and take this in because you'll enjoy this.
I'm taking notes.
The best time to invest is always 20 years ago. The second best time is now.
I just got goosebumps.
Fuck, that hits. That's like hair standing up kind of stuff, which I love to see. So you can reach out to the team at Blue Wealth for a discovery call and find out if you're in a position to start investing in property. Alternatively, you can email beers@bluewealth.com.au to book a chat with the Blue Wealth team today. Reach out to them. Doing fantastic. I think they've got an event. We're recording on Tuesday night. They've got an event tonight, but plenty more events coming your way. Now, as it stands right now, the winner of Beers and Breakevens this week was Matt. He coaches Paddy Mahomes, big Chiefs guy. He scored 1,560, went up 10,000 ranks. So shout out to you, Matt, doing sensational stuff. Send us your team, your name, your address to beersandbreakevens@gmail.com. We'll get you sorted. Now, Timmy, on top of that, Blue Wealth Property, they've obviously put up 5 of the best $1,000 this fine country's ever seen for the winner of Beers and Breakevens this year. And at the moment, the leader is Justin. His team is called Just To'o Good. So it's like just too good, but he's done To'o like the Panthers winger. It's a play on words, Cat.
Yeah.
Can I get something from you two tonight? You're giving me absolute duck eggs so far. I'm carrying you both on my back. I just need a little bit of effort here or there, maybe. Would it shock the world and pull the finger out at some point and help me here? Anything.
I gave you a bit with your call before around the 3-peat or 4-peat, wherever that was, and you were too busy focused on Cat giving you nothing that you ignored me, so stuff you.
That one was a tough one, though.
It was also a terrible call.
Mate, I'm the CEO, Chief Energy Officer, Cat. It's another one. So shout out to Justin. You are leading at the moment. You're not leading by much, though. You are leading by a grand total of, quick maths, carry the one, about 48 points as it stands right now in front of the 5-peat Harrison and the guy after that, Daniel, 191.58. I don't know what the fuck that is. But yeah, you guys are in the running at the moment, the top 3 to take home $5,000 courtesy of Blue Wealth Property. Overall rank for those guys, Justin's 3rd overall, Harrison's 5th overall, and Daniel's 6th overall. So good to see. We'll keep an eye on that each and every week. All right, Kat, this is your opportunity to redeem yourself.
You
and
ready?
I will say, Maddie completely missed the memo last week, which had me furious.
Oh, yeah,
Had
we
me
do
staring
that.
at the ceiling that night. Timmy's stat
Stat,
deep.
deep dive.
Okay, our very first player in the deep dive, we have got Scotty Drinkwater. Talk to me, Timbo.
Firstly, thank you for that. I haven't slept for a week after Maddie's lack of respect and awareness last week.
What an arsehole.
I'll sleep well tonight. How would you describe Scott Water as a Supercoach player?
Scott Water.
Scott Water.
I didn't realise I said that.
How would I describe Scott Drinkwater? I you know what? I know what you're trying to do here, and I'm going to lean into it. Bit of a roller coaster. He can be up and down. You can't rely on him. Is that how it goes, Timmy? Is that Scott Drinkwater?
Kind of, but I was sort of hoping you leaning into the flat track bully and like beats up against poor teams sort of thing.
Yes,
because
okay.
I've deep dived before on Drinky and shown that he's not actually a roller coaster.
Yeah.
He had the 14 this year, sure, whatever. It was one bad week. It's actually against opposition, and he doesn't only beat up on soft teams. So I found this today and I loved it. 8 games he's played this season against the top 6 teams on the NRL ladder. He's averaging 87 points in those games, which is 6 points higher than his season average.
Wow.
That's good, hey?
Yeah, that's bizarre.
Because if you asked me prior to seeing that, I would have been like, okay, he probably averages 100 against bottom 8 sides and 50 against top 8. But it's a good stat, hey?
Yeah, I had him as my first draft pick last year, and I don't think he was doing that last season. I think he was sort
It's
of.
a this season
It's a
thing.
this season
Yeah.
thing for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's good to see for Scotty Drink Bloke, or Scott Water as we called him earlier. Let's move to Blake Brayley, who, by the way, and this is very off topic, and I don't know if anyone else will care about this. I think you might. So there's Blake Brayley, there's Jaden Brayley, there's one more, Taj Brayley, who, if you keep up to date with the junior grades, was regarded for the last few years as potentially the best Brayley. Bit of a hybrid of both of them. I watched him play Josh in Jersey, SG Ball, probably 2 years ago. Looked to be a good 9. He's completely given up on rugby league, and he's turned to it like an entire career in creating content and sort of been going around the world and doing all this stuff. So really cool to see Taj Brayley doing that stuff. I like that. Very niche, I know.
That
But
sounds awesome.
yeah, I love that after Jaden they got a little bit niche and they went Blake and they thought we'll chuck a Y in there.
Yeah.
And Taj went really out there, which I like.
Good on him.
One of the great families, the Brayleys.
I'll keep an eye out.
3 good looking roosters too.
Yeah.
Blake's the best looking one, I think.
Wouldn't do it tough at Northies.
No, Blake would. Blake would be just fine. Blake with a Y. Why not? Talk to me.
Mate, this one's a golden nugget from the great Maxi Bryden, who's flying this season, and it's around Blake Brayley. Obviously, 5-round average of 94 points per game since he got given that license to run. Last 5 weeks, he's averaging 62 in base and power. Puts him up there with Hudson Young, Kevin Clyde-Matangi, Jacob Kiraz in base and power, so the floor is elite. Soft draw to come, and he says, is 30 points in attack sustainable week on, week out? Probably not, but he plays 3 of the worst 6 middle defences in the next month, so there's every chance he keeps finding some holes to exploit it. What are your thoughts on him?
Yeah, not a guy that I own. Probably not a guy I will own. I think he's just got away from me a little bit. I'm happy to run with Connor Watson at 9. But, mate, I was having a look at his scores the other day. I think in the last 5 weeks, he's gone under 100 once or something like that. I think there might have been a 98 in there or something. So he's gone below 95 once, which is just unbelievable. He is just flying at the moment. He doesn't look like slowing down. The Cronulla Sharks seem to be building their game plan around him as well, which only helps him. We said it on Bloke this week too. Like, AFB's not firing, in my opinion, and he's doing this stuff. It's crazy. So not a guy I think I'm going to own. Should I? Probably, but I'll tell you what, I play him in draft this week, so it's going to be 80 minutes of me watching him very closely, so I might have a different tune next week, but I can't see myself doing it. Can you?
No. If I hadn't gone Harry Grant a couple of weeks ago, and I'm perfectly fine with Harry Grant, but it in a very quick space of time, Blake Brady's become the number one hooking option.
Yeah.
So with that draw ahead, touch wood, but I was going to say extremely durable. He's the most durable player in the NRL thus far. Touch wood, don't jinx the poor kid. But you add that into it as well, and I said last 5 scores were 108, 117, 48, 97 and 102. Yeah, he's the man for the position. I don't really want to run that dual gun hookers. I've got another sort of fullback to potentially get in, or a Nathan Cleary, Payne Haas, a couple little things there. But look, I'm not going to begrudge anyone who wants to because the numbers are outstanding.
Yeah, you can't deny it. Lockie Galvin over there at the Canterbury Bulldogs, one that I'm very interested to hear your stats deep dive on. Take it away.
Yeah, so 444k, a 57-point average this season. In 80-minute games, that increases to 62 points per game. In his 3 80-minute games at the Bulldogs, he's averaging 70 points per game. Mate, in his rookie season, he was outstanding. He averaged 64 last year at the Tigers. I mean, for anyone that's looking to downgrade, maybe a Dylan Brown or whoever it might be in that 5'8 slot, there'll be people out there with Munster and, a King Tongia or someone this week, maybe Latu Fainu, and you can get Lockie Galvin for a really good price, playing purely based on matchup. You can play him in a handful of games on the run home. I don't mind it.
Yeah, I don't mind it too. I think it's a nice play. I think I'm going to prioritise other guys that I know have got higher ceilings there. But yeah, I don't think it's a bad play at all. 2 guys that I'm very, very interested in. In fact, I'll give you a little hot tip before we get to trades. They might be in my team as we speak, and they weren't in there yesterday. Nathan Cleary and Dylan Edwards. Heard of them?
Yeah, a couple of times, certainly during the last week. The last round was the first game this season, incredibly, that Dylan Edwards featured without Cleary. I did this afternoon. If there was one game there, they played together, I apologise. But I believe it was the first game
If there was one game, though, murder him in the comments,
yes,
please.
they will.
Let him
sure
fucking
they will.
have it. Be mean, too. Be, really mean-spirited.
But also, I've gone to a lot of work to get this, so consider that when you go to roast me, because I've had a deep dive. It took me a while, this one. In games without Nathan Cleary in 2024, Dylan Edwards averaged 90, and it's also relevant to you, mate, so...
Yeah, I'm here. I'm listening.
God. In games without Nathan Cleary in 2024, he averaged 90 points in 11 games. In games with Nathan Cleary in 2024, he averaged 78 in 6 games. So not as big a difference as I thought it would be, a 12-point swing, but then you add on, at least as it stands, that he might be goal kicking as well. That probably closes that buffer a fair bit. So the way I see it, mate, and I don't know if we're going to get information on this before the weekend, if Dylan Edwards kicks, particularly over the next 2 weeks with that soft draw, he's a must. If Nathan Cleary regains the goal kicking for the next 2 weeks, he's a must. Would love a bit of insight.
Would love a bit of insight. I gave you dodgy mail last week, which didn't help. Shout out to the Roo crew.
It happens.
Yeah. I said last week, I don't love Dill Edwards as having him in my team as my fullback because I feel like he doesn't have the ceiling. He then went and dropped 170 on my head, which was mad. I still kind of feel that way. If he gets goal kicking, I will trade him in because I've got trades to trade him back out in 2 or 3 weeks' time. But if he doesn't get goal kicking, mate, the thing is with Latrell out now and whatnot, I don't know who else to go to from Pappy. So I think I have to make a move somewhere unless I just hold Pappy for eternity until he comes back and hope that I'm the only dude that has him. But even then, I'm not super confident. So maybe Dill is the best play. I'm
with you, mate. And I just think for what it's worth, like in our scenario with some trades in bank, if you get him for 2 really soft matchups, he's going to make a ton of cash. He's probably 850, 900K. When the draw does get tough and if he loses goal kicking, we can then move him on where he could easily average 65, 70 once the draw gets tough and he loses goal kicking. The next 2 weeks, though, he can end a season potentially as a goal kicker against the Tigers and Titans.
It's going to be interesting, though, mate. Like, even in 3 weeks, who are we going to move him to?
Well, let's get to the last player on my list.
Oh, Charlie Geimer.
I was going to skip.
Cometh the hour.
I was going to skip Geimer, but I'll touch on him very quickly.
No, we're not skipping Geimer, mate. He's one of my plays of the week. Negative, I think it's a negative 25 break even now. Cashola incoming. He's scoring.
Do you still have
pies.
him?
I brought him last week.
Oh, you bought him?
Yeah, it was my one buy last week. Fucking killing it. Made 60K last week. Negative 23 break even. Boys flying, Charlie Geimer.
I sold him when he was playing Reggie's and no sight of playing, and he's just become prime Anthony LaFranchi on the edge there.
I might play him this week.
Just in spite.
Yeah.
Back-to-back scores of 68 and 80, 47 and 69 in base. Look, what is he? 387k, break-even of need 23. I didn't want to bring it up, but look, not that Madison was going to be a problem, but Kidione Kautonga, he's gone pretty long-term. They don't have a lot of other edges there. He's been playing awesome. If you need to free up some cash, he's still a decent buy.
He is still a decent buy. I would just say, so Jack Williams played on the left from memory last week, and I think Geimer played on the right.
Yeah.
Which is all good and well. He gets Mitch Moses this week. I hope Moses plays right, Hawkins plays left. I assume that's what they'll do. Just Kelma Tuolangi is available in round 22. So just keep that in mind. That's he comes back from suspension.
So Jack probably goes back to the middle, but
I would assume they shift Jack back to the middle, but it is just something to be aware of.
Yeah. And I mean, the only other thing is, look, you're probably not going to play Geimer that much anyway. As it stands, you can, but he's playing around. He's tinkering for 2026, Jason Ross. We know that. That's the only thing, but he's playing great footy. So
I would say as well, this week in particular, he does get that Ezra Mann matchup with Mitch Moses back. So if you're going to play him any week, I don't mind it being this week. He'll be a little try scorer for me. Spoiler alert. Let's talk about another fullback in Grease Lightning, Reece Walsh.
Yeah, I know you hate this one, but I was genuinely I still am considering it, to be honest, but I don't think the appeal of the allure, I should say, of Dill Edwards and the goal kicking, I don't know if I can go past it, but the Broncos next fortnight, they've got the run home, they've got 4 of 6 games at Suncorp Stadium. The next 2 weeks, they have the Eels and the Rabbitohs. They're one of the informed teams of the competition. We know they've got points in them. Going through the stats a little bit further around Reece Walsh, since he came back from injury in round 14, he's averaged 80 points per game. He averaged 75 last year. If you drop the game where he got a concussion 4 minutes in, that goes to 81 points per game, and he averaged 80 points per game back in 2023. He's one Adam Reynolds hammy twinge away from goal kicking. He's cheap. I know you don't like him as a player, and I know you always say he has to do a lot to get his points. He does, but he's an attacking Adonis. Like, he gets the points. The floor is low. It's lower than most fullbacks in the game. I get that, but I just think the Broncos have got points in him on the run home, especially the next 2 weeks. I don't mind the Reece Walsh play.
Yeah, I don't push back on you, especially the next 2 weeks. I think they'll put big scores on. I think South Sydney and Parramatta just defensively, I can just see Brisbane having a field day. 2 games at Suncorp as well. That's enormous. So, no, I can get around it. I love Reece Walsh as a player. I just think from a Supercoach point of view, as you said, he has to just do a lot. But, mate, the Broncos are doing a lot at the moment. And, so the next 2 weeks I can get around it. I would still rather Edwards, definitely. But I think if you got a little bit more courage than I, back you.
Yeah, well, it's just, on most other given weeks, I would have been nearly done it. It's just with Edwards emerging that everyone owns with these games, like, that can end a season very quickly.
Yep. There's
the Nathan Cleary. Like, I'm looking at flex with Pappy, right? And I've got Teddy and Drinky who I want to hold. There's the flex position there who I can get Cleary, who looks a great buy, and he's obviously a lot safer. Dylan Edwards, who you risk, getting obliterated if you don't get him. It's just become a tricky week, but I think there's a play in it, and I think there's a world where if the Broncos continue to fire on the way home, there's another issue because they can be hot and cold. But if they do, like, he could average 90 to 100 plus on the run home. Could average 40 as well. It's Reece Walsh, but I think he can. I think he flies.
Yeah. And I mean, he's got 2 matchups there against the Melbourne Storm in the run home, which is sort of go, but mate, Melbourne's not Melbourne at the moment.
No, not defensively.
Not defensively, yeah. So I can get around it. This is one of the few times I will support it. Okay, trades and skippers. Let's get into trades first, mate. I'm just having a look through the most traded out that's not in my team. That's in my team. Having a look here. Obviously, the normal guys, Keon, Tino. James Tedesco reasonably high up there, which I find interesting.
Yeah, look, he looked like a tired man last week, but I don't know. Like, there's a few people that have gone cold. Like, Spy's going to hold, but Spy tinkered with the idea of selling as well. Just reckons he looks like he's a bit beaten up and not injured, but tired. And I don't know. He's had 1 poor score essentially all season, which was last week against the Sharks defence, which is quite good. And yeah, I don't know. I have so many injuries in my team off the back of last weekend. I've just got bigger fires to put out than James Tedesco.
Yeah, not one I'm looking at there. I'm more than happy to have Teddy for the run home. As far as my trade-ins at the moment, guys, I want Nath Cleary this week, so I will very likely be going DCE to Nath Cleary. And the other one I'm probably going to do is Pappy straight to Dylan Edwards. I think I'm going to bring both of them in. I don't think I finished the season with Dylan Edwards. I think I finished it with Nath Cleary, obviously. And then I think whichever one goal kicks this weekend, I probably bring them in against the West Tigers is my plan as it stands. That'll be 2 trades this week. That'll leave me with 8 trades for the run home, and plenty of Tinos, Keons to fuck around with over the next few weeks. What do you think, mate?
Yeah, so again, wide open. I'm thinking similar. I think I'll get the goal kicker out of Dylan Edwards and Nathan Cleary.
Yep.
If we can get confirmation on that, so we'll see what we can find. I want Payne Haas this week, but there may be a world where I have to prioritise getting one of Cleary or Edwards and then maybe freeing up cash for Payne Haas next week, which I want him this week, but look, he is carrying a bit of a niggle. They've got soft games where, you know, if they get out to Leeds, there is a chance that they put Haas on ice for the back end of games.
Yep.
So, look, if I have to wait a week on him, I will, and just chase that higher upside of sort of an Edwards/Cleary this week. You know, there's a potential where I can get like a Cleary in and then go Nwangani-Tawaze via Dill Lucas to centre, and getting Haas as well is an option, but I'm pretty happy to carry Nwangani-Tawaze as like 5th, 6th centre wing for the run home and just play on matchup. And like injury-wise, I've got Tino there, Lucas there, Keon there, Nico's out, but I'll hold him. So I kind of just want to deal with the injuries I've got up there first. So yeah, a little bit open, mate, but it looks like it'll be one of Edwards or Cleary, and then potentially Payne Haas coming in. I haven't shut the door on Reece Walsh. I just think the other guys are probably more preferential.
Yeah, I think Reece Walsh might just be a little stretch too far for me this week. Have you still got Karapani?
Yeah, do you?
I do. Yeah. I think I like the matchup this week against the Eels. Obviously, they play the South Sydney Rabbitohs next week. I think he's got a break even of like 75 or something it was. 72. I'm happy to have him for the next 2 weeks, I think.
Oh, hell yeah. I've earmarked these games for a while. I mean, he didn't get a lot of good ball. They went to the other edge a lot. They went to the right a lot against the Titans, which was a killer for his 33 or whatever it was. But the next 2 weeks, I've held for, and I'll be playing over the likes of Mark Nwangani-Tawaze. And yeah, I mean, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself because this game, as we saw last week, changes so quickly. But I'm hoping for a couple of good scores and then try and flip him to Herbie Farnworth for the last month.
Yep. Very fair. Can I ask you, mate, we're both owners already of Zach Lomax. Mitch Moses returning this week. Iongi obviously out. Joash moves to fullback. When I heard that news this morning and I heard Iongi was out, I thought, was there a world where they go, hey, we're playing Joash at 5'8" into the future. Let's keep him there. Maybe we move Lomax to fullback. I thought, holy fuck. This could be the time that he explodes here. They've moved Joash there, which I think is the right call. Zach Lomax, is he a must-have for the end of the season?
Yes. Do we have, like, I hadn't actually crossed my mind until you mentioned that, but if they're looking at Joe Ash's 5'8" next year, is there a chance that happens?
Nah, it's not what they're doing. I thought there was a chance this morning. I got very hot and heavy for a few minutes there, but no, it is not how it's going to play out.
So, some numbers around Lomax as well. I think I touched on a few of these last week, but yeah, shifted from centre to wing in round 11, averaged 85 points per game, which included 4 games against top 6 teams.
Yep.
Last 2 weeks against Raiders and Informed Panthers, he scored 95 and 86.
Yep.
This week he gets the matchup as well. You look at Brisbane, potentially daunting, but he has that weaker defensive edge of Ezra Mam and Karapani and that. So, yeah, mate, I think you just buy him.
Yeah.
They do have 2 tough games to come. Who is it? They've got, obviously Broncos into Melbourne. He'll come up against the better defensive edge of Melbourne. It'll be that Munster edge. But so you could wait till round 23 where he goes Cowboys Bunnies. He'll be a must then. You could give it 2 weeks if you want.
Yeah, I'm very, very happy to have him, Zach Lomax. I think he's going to have a big last month or so. I think I saw the Weekly Rubdown boys sort of doing their draft stats, but lining up that last 4 weeks for Parramatta. Very, very juicy from a Supercoach point of view.
just the edges he'll be going at.
Yeah, the edges, like that edge of Mitch Moses, whoever the back row is, and Zach Lomax, very juicy for the last 4 weeks of the season, according to the matchup stats kind of thing. So a little one to watch there. What are you thinking? Yeah, I've just had a look at my team, mate. I think I am actually going to have to play Guymer this week as a reserve, more than likely. What are you thinking captain-wise? Obviously, when it comes to Penrith guys, whoever goal kicks, probably get a nod of a captaincy.
Yeah, I think so, which will probably mean a VC on Scott Drinkwater. Friggin' hell. Nico Hines versus the Bunnies, who are shot darks. That's tempting as well.
Yeah. Oh, geez, don't you just, the moment I'm going to rely on Cronulla.
Oh, no, they'll shit it.
They'll shit the bed.
Bennett will just G him up for one game. We say, backs against the wall, no one believes in him. He's got all these injuries, and they'll just put on a masterclass.
Yeah.
I like it, though.
Yeah, so do I. I don't mind a Panthers VC into that, to be honest with you. It might be a play I'll need to make. But yeah, I think those are good options. Outside of that, nothing else. I mean, I think if you are someone that's going bold on a Reece Walsh, I love the VC play there.
If you have Walsh, friggin' oath, I'd 100% VC him into your Penrith player, whoever it is.
Anything else jumping out there for you, mate? Sort of the only options I can see, really. Drinky, as we said.
Yeah, not particularly.
Who's Terrell May?
A few good options, though, yeah.
No, thanks.
Look, I had Terrell last week because there weren't a lot of good skipper options if you didn't own Dylan Edwards.
Yeah.
And the matchup was all good and well, but I think for the run home, there's going to be a week where there's going to be a few of these high upside plays with soft matchups. Like I think I know he turned up, but I think I'm done with front row forwards. I think there'll be good enough matchups to go the high upside for the run home.
Yep, very fair. Okay, is that us, Timbo?
Might be us done.
Might be us done. All right. Yeah, guys, thanks for joining us once again on Beers and Breakevens. I'll have the late show coming your way later tonight. We've obviously got the discovery calls for Blue Wealth Property. And if you are keen to get in touch with them, send an email, beers@bluewealth.com.au. Go check out the team doing fantastic things over there at Blue Wealth Property Education. You can put in the back pocket. Might not come in handy today, but it sure as fuck will tomorrow, Timmy. So make sure you've got it. Lontel, fantastic internet. If you're trying to email Beers and your Blue Wealth Property and you're trying to do it quicker, do it via Lontel with the internet.
You'll have a property before you even knew you wanted one.
It'll happen very fast with Lontel. So links down there below, check that out. And of course, guys, we've also got the GoFundMe page for Tate down below. If you have got something that you can give there, thoroughly appreciate it for a very good man in our rugby league community. We will see you later tonight for the late show. Next Wednesday, 6 p.m, 30th of July, jerseys go on sale, $79.95 for each jersey. You can get both of them as a package deal. The double, $150 there. We're cutting a little bit off, doing you a favour. If you want both, Stallion jerseys, Grizzlies jerseys, rugbyleagueguru.com.au. Next Wednesday night, 6 p.m. We'll see you on the late show.